Good morning, y'all. Devin Hughes Reacts. Devin Hughes Reacts 2. I'm sorry. I just woke up. So we're gonna go ahead and do this Death Note episode 31 through 37. Yes, we're going to be live streaming for God knows how long, maybe 2 or 3 hours. But you guys know how I roll. Um, I do want to thank you guys for supporting me in my Death Note videos. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this live stream. 37 episodes. So, like I said, 31 through 37. As much as I don't want to do this, but part of me wants to switch it to 31 to 34. Nah, we're going to get through this together. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this in 3, 2, 1. Let's get the intro, like always.
The second L and Kira, one and the same person. To the members of the Japanese task force, was there ever a point in the investigation where the second L was suspected to be Kira, even if the suspicion was later dropped?
Here, I have to kill him. No! This is really bad! Turn on the TV! It's Demigawa!
This is Demigawa Live! My comrades and I have finally pinpointed the hideout of the evil organization bent on trying to catch our beloved god Kira. We now have the building completely surrounded!
Transfer.
Fellow Kira supporters, I urge you, do not rush the building all at once. The traitors may attempt to blend in with the crowd to escape. I am Kira's loyal servant and spokesman. You must listen to me! Find them, pull them from the building, and bring them in front of the cameras. There'll be a sacrifice to Kira!
You can't hide from me. I'll find you.
Here, you've got no choice. You better evacuate.
You've got some nerve to say that, being Kira.
What? Are you still going on about that nonsense?
Think about it. With all the I'm simply asking you to think about this carefully.
Light is Kira. This is all sounding way too familiar. The original L also thought that Light had to be Kira.
First wave of 20 people will break the door and get inside. Second wave, stand by! Wait! We're the first wave! Let's down! We're going first! Near, we have to evacuate immediately.
Really, what pathetic people. I'm not surprised that there are ordinary people who support what Kira's trying to do. I'm talking about honest citizens who believe in their hearts that by punishing evildoers, Kira will actually make this world a better place to live. But as for this crowd outside, they're a completely different breed. They are truly despicable and stupid. This is just a diversion for them. They're all selfish.
I know that, but it still leaves us with the immediate problem.
We'll use El's legacy and the anti-Kira protesters we hired.
Yes, but we only have one shot with that plan.
I'm aware of that, but I can't imagine a better time to do it. Besides, it should be interesting.
It's...
There they go, going crazy over cash.
Money! There's so much!
That's a lot. Amazing. Man, I wish I were over there right now.
Matsu, huh?
Yeah, humans are so interesting. Of course, we can use money to get apples, so I can kind of understand.
Damn it! He's planning to use all this chaos to escape into the crowd. Even so, he can't escape from Demigawa's cameras.
Over there, Violet! Go to the floor where all the money's coming from!
Jake, what are you doing? Get me going! Don't you know that you can't buy gloves or things with money?
A literal downpour of money is causing mayhem in Lower Manhattan.
The police have arrived.
Police?
They're a welcome sight in the midst of what can only be called a full-scale riot.
This is bad. At this rate.
Let's go. This is our window of opportunity. We can leave you the front exit.
It makes sense that the police would have to mobilize for a riot like this. Damn! Neil was prepared for this situation. He's planning to come out alone with the rest of them. And if I tell Aizawa and the others to keep an eye on the police, it'll only make me look that much more suspicious.
The police are coming out of the building. They've secured the area.
Where is he? He's gotta be in there somewhere. But where? Damn it.
How much money do you think was there? Bet it was a lot.
Matsuda, knock it off!
I bet it was around $10 million or something.
Ooh, what's that in apples? Here.
Already?
This is Near. We've re-established a secure connection, so I thought I should give you a call to let you know.
You're safe. That's a relief.
To all of you on the task force, I'm sure that by now some of you are starting to suspect that Kira may be one of you. Given the timing of today's attack on our headquarters, I don't think anyone could blame you for having doubts. If you don't suspect the second L of being Kira by now, you're in the wrong line of work. The number I gave you the day before has been reconnected. Please feel free to call anytime you like. Well then, I'll be waiting for your call.
Those were some strong words. This guy's pretty sure of himself.
I've been thinking, and if any of you want to cooperate with Nier, please go ahead. I'm not particularly satisfied with the way things are going either. Ideally, we should cooperate with the SPK. Maybe this will clear the air a little.
Still, it kind of feels like Nier's against us, doesn't it?
When I think about Deputy Director Yagami, I don't want to suspect Light, even a little bit, but...
Dad?
Huh?
Welcome back. I didn't know you were going to be home tonight.
Oh yeah, what are you still doing awake?
I've got a couple of exams coming up.
I see. Well, don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Okay, you too, Dad.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the others contacted Nier. It's inevitable. The problem is what comes after that. If I'm too late to act, something might happen that I won't be able to take back. I've got no choice but to do it.
An emergency order from Light! Yay! File number 3. Huh? No way.
Yes, this is Near.
I'm with the Japanese task force. My name is Aizawa.
So, the time has finally come. If I do this, my safety is guaranteed, and I can finally just be a normal wife. This is what Light wants for me. He wants me to be happy, just as a woman should be. Thank you, Light.
I see. That's very interesting. You're saying there were two suspects in the Kira investigation that the previous L detained for more than 50 days, and they were cleared based on the 13-day rule, correct?
Yes, but of course that alone doesn't prove they were Kira.
And L was willing to release them because of that?
No, L had Deputy Director Yagami, the chief detective at the time, put on an act. He was instructed to tell the suspects that they had both been found guilty of being Kira and the second Kira, and that they were going to be executed. Then on the way, the deputy director pulled over and pointed a gun at the suspects. He said that he would first kill Kira, then himself.
The idea was that if he were Kira, the suspect would have killed the chief right then and there.
Kira is quite impressive. He must have used his detainment to demonstrate his innocence. Well done. Out of curiosity, did the suspect volunteer to be detained as part of the investigation?
Come to think of it, Light did volunteer to be imprisoned.
If he did, then I'd say that settles the matter, wouldn't you? So, who was it? Who were those two suspects?
I can't tell you that much. I'm willing to cooperate, but I'm still a member of the Japanese task force working under L.
I understand. Thank you very much. Your information's been quite valuable, especially the part about Shinigami's eyes that enable you to see other people's names. It was very helpful. Goodbye.
Will that be enough, Nier? Shouldn't you have pressed for a little more information?
I think that all things considered, his level of cooperation is fine for now. And besides, I discovered something very important. The person suspected of being Kira is Deputy Director Yagami's son. It's the only possible explanation. Why else would the Deputy Director say he would kill Kira and then himself? Therefore, that means the second L and the person I think is Kira can only be one man. Light Yagami.
Light,
Yes?
there's something you should know. I phoned Nier and talked to him.
Don't worry about it. After all, I was the one who recommended it. So, what did the two of you end up discussing? No, on second thought, I probably shouldn't ask. I guess it's not appropriate for me to ask those kinds of questions if I'm a suspect.
Don't get me wrong. I want to believe that you aren't Kira. But I've got to be certain. I'm sorry to have to do this again, but I want to put you under surveillance until we catch Kira. I'm afraid that goes for Misa Amane as well. I'm going to search your place right now. There's a possibility that Amane might have a notebook.
Hang on a second, Aizawa.
No, go right ahead. Look at it this way. At least you can prove to everyone that I'm not sneaking around and contacting Misa in private, right?
Huh? Loki.
I'm coming with you. I want to make sure too.
It would be best for everyone if Light wasn't Kira. But if Amane has any evidence on her that connects her with Kira, then...
Long time no
Oh
see,
God,
Future.
Misa.
Light hasn't been home at all lately, so I've been super bored.
Well, there's no way she's got the notebook hidden on her dress like that. We're just investigating a tip that there were explosives planted in Elle's house. We think it's a prank, but we'd like to check the rooms just in case.
What? How about Light? Is he okay? I have to call him.
you can't call him right now.
How come?
Don't worry, Light's safe, but he's really busy right now. He has some other things he has to do, so he's handed the investigation over to us for the time being.
Oh, I get it. Light loves me like crazy, so he doesn't want me to call him because that'll only make him worry about me.
Search as much as you like, Aizawa. You won't find the notebook. I wouldn't like all the suspicion to ruin the atmosphere around here.
This isn't a social club. I think Aizawa and Mogi should do as they see fit.
It's time for Kira's kingdom.
Greetings to all my fellow Kira worshippers. I am Demigawa, the voice of our god Kira. Behold! This is the new Kira's kingdom, which shares its name with this program. Its construction is going smoothly, but will depend on the generous support of our loyal viewers. Once it has been completed, let us welcome our god here!
Whoa, talk about bad taste.
Hey, so is everything okay?
Oh yeah, seems like it was just a prank.
Oh,
But just in case, one of us is gonna stay and keep watch over you for the next few days.
really? Oh, that would be great.
Mogi, why don't you go back to headquarters? I'll stay on guard here.
Huh? I'm with Monchichi instead of Mochi?
What's wrong? Don't you trust me?
No, you're just not Monchichi without your old haircut. You're not cute anymore.
Mogi!
Yes, sir, my apologies.
Right, you stay.
We are now accepting donations, starting at the ~1,000,000 yen mark towards the completion of Kira's kingdom. So, if you truly
This sounds like a
support Kira,
con.
send donations
Yep,
to
just
following
another
bank
scam at this point.
It doesn't even seem like Kira's style. Demigawa. He's just acting on his own now. If he keeps doing this, he'll end up pushing people away from Kira. I don't need him anymore, but I can't do much at the moment. Hey, welcome back, Aizawa.
We didn't find a notebook in Light or Misa's room. But still,
I understand. You're more than welcome to keep watch over Misa and I until you're satisfied.
Next on the program, it's time for me to introduce the new leaders I have chosen for Kira's kingdom. The first gentleman is...
In the world?
We will unite with Kira and work with him!
Good grief, everything I... Who is this guy?
Save me!
And delete.
Wow. So the con artist is officially dead. That's crazy.
What the hell is this? Why would Kira kill his own supporters? Do you think it's because they're going overboard with this? That might be a possibility, but this is horrible. What's going on?
there was no chance for either Misa Amane or Light to use the notebook to kill Demigawa.
Mikami. I can definitely use him. It seems I was right to choose him for this. He understands Kira's beliefs and ideals perfectly, and he knows what Kira wants and doesn't want. Thanks to that, he takes action without needing my orders. I had Misa relinquish ownership of the Death Note. Before she lost all her memories of the notebook, she sent it to someone else, along with some special instructions. Now she won't be able to answer any questions about it. She's just an ordinary woman. The main problem is selecting the next owner. I saw him trying to speak to Kira through the television broadcasts. It was clear he worshipped Kira from the bottom of his heart. He would understand that he was chosen simply by receiving and accepting the notebook.
So he was the
No
one.
mistake in my selection. Teru Mikami. He's more than worthy of becoming the hand of Kira.
Shinigami, thank you for coming to me. Now I'll be able to punish evildoers with death.
God.
Wow. So it seems like the people that were out there try to find Kira when he was in the building, but Nier was basically the target that everyone. I mean that everyone wanted to basically kill. Light wanted to kill him, but it seems like that kind of backfired. Even the car honest that was on TV tried to, you know, do whatever he can to get famous for capturing Kira. But it seems like the guy who, I think the second Kira was the one that pretty much killed everybody. I mean everyone on TV, including the con artist himself. So that kind of threw me off surprise. But what can I say? I mean, this episode was crazy. So we're gonna jump on to 32.
The average Japanese adult would say that Teru Mikami was a child with a strong sense of justice. He was able to distinguish right from wrong better than any of his peers. And compared to the average Japanese person, Teru had been through and seen far worse miseries and even witnessed death.
In this world, there is only good and evil. That was one of the first universal truths I grasped from observing the world around me when I was a child. Every human being, without exception, ends up falling into one category or the other. Even in those innocent years of elementary school, one could not escape that fact. As class president, I strive to achieve great things for my fellow students. But there were always enemies, good against evil. Evil has to be confronted. There were times when it seemed evil would triumph over good. But no matter what happened to me, I felt happy for one reason.
Thank you, Teru.
Hearing those words of gratitude from the victims made me want to save them again and again. For that reason, I never spared any effort. And in the end, I was able to stand up for my sense of justice.
Yeah, sure. This is fun.
But that was only true in the world of children. Middle school was another matter entirely. The more I confronted evil, the more enemies I had to face. Victims would become participants, and even the people watching would be influenced by evil and become enemies themselves. But
But for justice to triumph, it requires action. So I realized to serve justice, I had to delete evil. The only person who understood my hopes and remained my ally was the woman who raised me on her own. My mother. No, rather it used to be my mother.
Teru, not everything in the world is going to work the way you want it to. You have to stop doing this. There's no reason for you to suffer so much for your beliefs. What do you think you're proving getting hurt like this? This is plain foolishness. You have to realize that some things will never change.
My mother was wrong. She didn't side with justice. She was one of those who deserved to be deleted. That was when the miracle happened. 4 of the worst delinquents from my school lost control of their car while they were joyriding. They died instantly. One bystander was killed as well. That bystander was my mother. In one fell swoop, all the people I resented had been deleted. At first, I was terrified. I couldn't stop shivering. But then, it hit me. With these people out of the picture, how many others would benefit as a result? Clearly their victims were relieved. But beyond that, wouldn't everyone in my class be happier now that they were gone? And sure enough, I was right. Our classroom became a peaceful, joyful place. There will always be consequences for evil deeds. That is the way the world is. The way it should be. Evil must be deleted. Now then, let's see. Are there any more problems with these records?
No, they're
With
fine.
every passing year, my commitment to justice only grew stronger. I saw that there will always be those who have no reason to exist. Those whose very existence is a threat to society. And the closer they grew to adulthood, the less likely it was that they would ever reform. They could only be deleted. Mysteriously, every time I judged someone as evil, they would soon be taken care of. Was it coincidence? Was I special somehow? In the end, it didn't matter. Divine judgment must be brought upon evil. And if it isn't, then someone must take it upon themselves to punish evil. That's why I became a prosecutor. It is the role of the prosecutor to see that evil is brought to justice. It was an ideal job for me. And then, God came before me. Everything that had been happening around me wasn't coincidence. It was divine justice. God had been watching me. God had seen how I did not surrender to evil. He reached out his hand and punished the evil people for me. Once I realized that, I started to frequent places where God was bound to be watching. And then it happened. God recognized me, as I had always hoped. Not only that, but he found me worthy of sharing his power to eliminate evil. With this, it doesn't matter if I can't hear his voice. I shall
This
figure out
whole
what
religion
Peter wants
thing
and
is
carry
like
out his will.
mixed between good and evil.
Delete, 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 delete.
Mikami made the choice to kill Demigawa himself. I never requested it. An understandable move, but now there's no spokesperson. Kira needs a voice. At the moment, I can't make any moves myself. What will he do?
Kira isn't saying anything. He must be in a situation where he can't move freely. But this is an important time for him. We need a spokesperson to spread his word to the people. Then I will take the initiative.
Extra, extra! There's a new development in the Kira case. He's chosen a new spokesperson to take Demigawa's place. Take a look.
Kiyomi Takeda.
Good evening. This is Kiyomi Takeda from News 6. Starting today, it will be my duty to spread the word of Kira accurately and quickly. From now on, NHN will fairly...
Sweet NHN star newscaster, huh? Kira's got good taste. Choosing Taki was a good idea.
There's no mistaking it. That's the girl that Light dated in university.
You've moved quickly, Mikami. However, it won't take them long to find the connection between us, which could be a problem. No, on second thought, she's not a bad choice. It's one I never would have considered since I already knew her. But this could actually make things easier. I can definitely use her, but I'll have to find a way to contact her soon.
Kiyomi Takeda. I had a chance to meet her when I was part of a debate program she was hosting. She was a shrewd and fair host for the most part, but her attitude changed subtly when Kira's name was mentioned. She had a uniquely rigid sense of justice that I could identify with. She hates crimes and social evils with a passion. I talked with her privately several times after that. She clearly supports Kira, but it's more than that. She thinks like Kira. That makes her the broadcaster most worthy of being the new voice of Kira.
Kiyomi Takeda. It'd be too suspicious for Kira to choose an ex-girlfriend as his representative. And there's been no sign of Light sending her any messages. Maybe I'm thinking about this too much.
Everyone, I just had an idea. I was thinking we could make use of Kiyomi Takeda. To be honest, I know her. Back in university, she and I were actually dating for a little while.
So he admits it. He has no intention to hide the connection.
If she's acting as his spokesperson, she must be receiving orders from him. She's in contact with
Hey,
Kira
no
somehow.
jacket, I'm getting a call,
Our
y'all.
best bet is to use that connection to find a way to Kira through her.
But Taki's probably doing it because Kira's threatening her, right? She might be too scared to help us out with our investigation. That's a good point.
I'm not too worried about that. I know her current cell phone number. I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to convince her once we get talking. She'll meet with me if I ask her to.
Wow, listen to this guy. You're the man, Light.
Talking to her will be easy, but the real challenge will be to get her
Cold in my
to
room,
find and arrest
so-
Kira. We used to talk about a lot of different topics while we were in college, and one thing was clear. She worships Kira. But we might be able to use that to our advantage. The police claim they support Kira, but aren't doing anything one way or the other. So I'll reveal that I've joined the police and ask her what we can do to help Kira further. To her, it'll sound like a good idea. We can convince her to assist us as long as we pretend it's for Kira's benefit.
Do you think that'll go over well?
I'm not entirely sure, but it's worth a try at least.
I agree. It'd be foolish for us to pass up a lead like this.
In that case, I'll call her tonight.
Light. If you don't mind, I'd like to listen in on your conversation with Miss Takeda.
Of course, that's fine with me. Actually, it's better if you do. If she lets slip something about Kira, it would be best if more than one of us was listening.
Yeah.
So you're basically gonna like call her and ask her about the second
Yes,
killer.
Kiyomi, this is Light Yagami.
Light?
Hi, it's been a while. What's going on?
Kiyomi, I have something important to tell you. Could we meet somewhere? I have a favor to ask you.
A favor?
Yeah. I know my timing is pretty bad. I mean, you're the woman the whole world is watching right now, so it might not be possible.
Don't play innocent and humble with me, Light. You wouldn't have called if you didn't think it was possible to see me.
You're right.
Huh?
Ever since we graduated, I wanted to talk to you again, but I never had the chance. And now it looks like our jobs have brought us together. After so much time, our paths are about to cross again. Call me crazy, but I feel like this is fate.
What do you mean, our jobs?
I'm working with the police now. That was part of what I wanted to talk to you about. In person.
The police aren't doing anything to defy Kira at this point. All right. I may be able to help you, depending on what you're asking for.
I appreciate it. At the very least, I just want you to hear what I have to say. Anywhere. Just us two.
Well, okay then. After tonight's broadcast is finished.
He's probably gonna use her just like he's using
I'll book a
Misa.
hotel room for us.
A hotel room?
Are you sure? The last I heard, you were still living with Miss Thamane. Are things not going too well on the home front?
Well, to be honest, Misa's just not intelligent enough to be my partner.
Mochi,
Yes?
your cooking is really good, and I appreciate that you're doing everything for me, but it's been 5 days now.
Right.
Light doesn't know about you hanging around all the time, does he? I'm beginning to get a really bad feeling about this whole thing. I mean, I know that Light trusts me totally, but don't you think most people would start saying I'm cheating on him? Oh, he'd be so jealous.
Nier and the others told me that this woman's supposed to be the second Kira. But could it really be this unbelievably stupid girl?
It seems that Kira still hasn't tried to contact me yet. If he's in a situation where he's unable to contact me even if he wants to, then the next best thing would be for him to contact Takada instead.
Good evening. This is the 9 o'clock news. First, I have an announcement that comes directly from Kira. His words are to become the new law of the world. Kira will never forgive those people whose existence is a threat to justice. But he will also not forgive those who live wastefully and refuse to use their abilities to contribute to the betterment of society.
What? So Kira's gonna kill lazy people now?
You're kidding me. You're taking this too far, Mikami. It's too early to be making those kinds of statements. I've got to get a hold of them soon.
Matsuda, how is it?
Good. Audio and video online, no blind spots.
Until next
The
time.
9 o'clock news is just ending.
Everything's in order. I'll head back to HQ.
Okay. I missed you.
He blushing like,
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just... Anyway, please sit down. To be honest, it doesn't seem like that long since we last saw each other.
the way he's talking, I can tell he's probably gonna kill her or just.
If you just stay silent, you'll get suspicious. Come on. Don't tell me you've never been in love before, E-Day.
How's it going?
The mood's perfect.
That's not what I meant.
Oh.
Please excuse me. Kira. Oh.
Is it Mikami? She just said it's Kira. Kira's contacting her directly? You should answer it.
Right. Hello. No, I'm with a friend right now. Yes, we're alone.
If luck is on my side, I can get on the phone myself. Well, Mikami, can you make it happen?
You wanted to meet me all of a sudden.
Someone who requests a private meeting with Kira's spokesperson. I'd like to speak with him if I may.
He said that he wants to speak to you.
Perfect. I was right to choose you, Mikami. She's passed the phone to Light. It could be dangerous if he's the real thing. Yes, hello?
Who am I speaking to?
5 pages on November 26th? I don't get it. What do you mean? You're God! You're doing well, Mikami. Let's just see how much you can figure out.
Making me?
You're not free to speak right now.
Yes.
You're being watched at the moment.
Yes. But how can I trust you're the real Kira?
Is he asking me to judge someone right now?
Turn to Sakura TV! What's that? Sakura TV?
Quick, let's check it out.
We'll invite Kira back to our program, no matter what it might take.
He died! This is bad. He's the real thing. Mikami, yes. You're even better than I expected. What? He's removing the bugs?
We don't have a choice.
I don't understand. What's going on?
Now I can talk without any constraints.
What?
Listen, Kiyomi. I am the real Kira. That's right. I'm Kira. That's what I wanted to tell you.
Light is Kira?
Listen, I won't allow you to ask Kiyomi who I am. You don't need to know my identity.
Yes, I'll leave the rest to you, God.
Do you understand? I am Kira. The man who is on the phone is one of my followers who I've shared my power with.
I can't believe it's you. You were the only man I ever really admired. To be honest, the only man I ever felt a connection with. And now, to find out you're Kira, it's incredible.
Please, join me, Kiyomi, and you will be the goddess of the new world.
All right.
Wow, really?
Oh. Light, are you okay? Yeah. Kiyomi was able to work things out with Kira. I've decided that from now on, I'm gonna pretend to be dating her. We might be able to find Kira that way. Delete, 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 delete.
He going crazy. Man, Light is like going all out trying to use this girl to trying to get the Kira. But it seems like he might kill both her and Amisa. And now immediately it's like, going crazy with the book, killing everybody left and right. Good, great. This season 1 is like off the chart, y'all. So y'all enjoyed. Well, I was about to say, y'all. I was about to end this live stream, but I keep forgetting that we're going to be doing 31 to 37 episodes. So let's keep it going. We're almost there, guys.
And Kira, his words are to become the new law of the world.
I just had an idea. I think we can make use of Kiyomi Takeda.
Please excuse me.
Kira, he's removing the bugs?
We don't have a choice.
Listen, Kiyomi. I am the real Kira.
Yeah.
Light is Kira?
Scorn.
All the pieces have fallen into place. Now that things have come this far, it's my turn to go to Japan. Commander Rester,
Yes.
I'm afraid I need you to return to New York immediately.
Right now?
Yes, I'm intending to go to Japan.
All right. So you would like me to stay in New York while you're gone?
Not at all.
Then what's the point of me coming back there?
Truth is, I've never made travel arrangements or boarded a flight on my own before. That's why I need you to come back, so you can escort me.
Understood.
We got him. Both Yoshida Productions and NHN are practically begging us now. The great Misa comeback plan was a huge success.
These days, it's nearly impossible for anyone to get into NHN, but this will get us full access.
Yeah, that's right. Mogi will be gaining entry as Misa's manager. It'll definitely be to our advantage to have someone who can go in and out freely. In the meantime, I'll continue investigating Takeda.
This is Nier. I want to speak to Al.
This is Al. What is it you want from us?
I'm following through with my goal to arrest Kira, and that's why I'm in Japan now.
He's in Japan? Why tell me? He's up to something.
Al, I presume you've already contacted Takeda for the purposes of your own investigation?
Huh? That's right. In fact, I'm investigating her myself at the moment.
I see. For the time being, it's a given that if we want to get any closer to capturing Kira, we'll have to keep an eye on Kiyomi Takeda and NHN in general. I want you to pass on a message. Inform her that as of now, several SPK members have entered Japan in order to catch and arrest Kira.
But why do that?
To lure Kira out of hiding. I also want you to mention the following to her so she'll relay it to Kira. In total, there are only 4 active members of the SPK. That includes myself. Kira won't be able to resist is such an opportunity. Knowing him, he won't run. Instead, he'll try and kill us before we get too close. And that's where I'll beat him at his own game.
Beat me at my own game, huh? Alright, Nier. If that's how you want it, I'll accept your challenge.
I am in Japan as we speak.
I am in Japan as well.
Then we'll be quite close to each other. Who knows? We might even have the chance to meet face to face.
I hope so.
Well, that'll be something to look forward to.
Yes,
When that time comes, we'll finish this kid matter once and for all.
definitely. It's all becoming clear to me. From the very beginning and even now, it's been a one-on-one fight against Al. And even though he's dead, the battle's just shifted to his heirs. Very well, Nier. Fine. I'll come out to play if you will. It's only fair after all. And when we meet, we'll find out which of us is truly prepared to win, and whose wits will prevail. When that happens, this long battle will end, and I can finally begin my reign at the top.
First, let's review what we know so far. L is Light Yagami, and he's also Kira. For now, we'll call him L Kira. There's also another one, someone who has the notebook and is currently using it. We'll call him X Kira. Judging by the pattern of X Kira's killings, he has definitely made the deal and acquired the Shinigami eyes. L Kira and X Kira can't communicate directly. They must be planning to communicate using Takada as a go-between. So, given the situation as it now stands, there are two ways to win against Kira. One, the simple way. We arrange to kill both L Kira and X Kira and confiscate the notebook. However, no matter what might happen, we will never resort to that.
Why not?
That's not the way we work, Commander.
We, sir?
Yes, that's right. We kill those two and the murders stop. Such ex post facto justification will not be tolerated. That's not the way L and I do things. Because that would be an insult. Don't forget, L entrusted this cage to those who came after him.
So, Kiyomi, I heard on the news the other day that you receive an enormous amount of fan mail every day.
Yes. I'm told on average it's about 200 letters a day.
200 letters? Wow, I'm a little jealous.
Don't think.
Man, this is kind of boring listening to audio only without any video feed.
I think you should look through them, even if they are just letters from fans.
You're right.
Keep calm as you read this note and the ones that follow. Make sure not to let the people listening to this conversation hear your reactions. The SPK has started to make its move. You have to start thinking about your safety, instead of only accepting messages from Kira. Maybe you should consider making a few demands of your own.
Oh, let's get down to business.
You shouldn't only be a spokesperson. Your voice should be heard as well. Reach out to Kira. Tell him what you think he needs to know. I have a different job for T. In order to create the perfect world that Kira has envisioned, I want you to begin judging and punishing people as Kira. It's all right, Kiyomi. I have faith in you. It's gonna be okay. If you can do this, I'm sure you'll be able to send Kira information that you don't want the SPK to know about.
All right. I'll do it.
We nailed it.
That's our light for you. He's good.
Delete. 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 Kiyomi Takada. Yes?
I have an important message for you. You are to send me a fan letter that I'll be able to recognize as yours. You will also enclose something else in the envelope. 5 blank pages from the notebook.
Carry on with your judgments and killings as usual until I receive the letter and the pages.
And how about after you receive them?
You have to stop using the real notebook. However, you must continue entering names in the fake notebook. That's right. Make a notebook that looks as close to the original as possible. And act as if you're killing people by using this decoy.
I understand. God, what are you planning? No, it's not my place to question God. His will is absolute. My job is to do what God wishes.
Huh? What's this?
It's a replacement for Kira's kingdom.
God, what's wrong with these people?
Welcome to the show. Today, Ms. Takara will introduce her 4 new female bodyguards who were selected after a rigorous screening process. The first is the winner of the 22nd World Karate Championships, Ms. Tatsumi Oyama. The second is a former CIA agent, Ms. Hal Lindner.
If there's an SPK member among these bodyguards, it would have to be Hal Lindner. Looks like Nier's conducting his own investigation of Takeda.
A phantom killer who stabbed 6 people in Shinjuku's busy quarters was
Who would I choose to be ex-killer? Out of all the people in the world.
Educating our children about the existence of Kira and the meaning of his teachings must be made mandatory. Above all, we must teach our children that Kira is good.
Takara was chosen because she's a strong supporter of Kira. So, that means ex-Kira must be someone who knew that Takara was a Kira worshipper. Someone who had a close, intimate relationship with her before her selection.
Also, Kira will not forgive any crime, no matter how small. From this point onwards, you should assume that any person alive is a viable target.
I'd like to hear Kira's voice. I want to hear his thoughts once again. We should follow his teachings, exactly as Kira ordered. To me, it's obviously the quickest path to lasting world peace. You have a responsibility. I think it is of the utmost importance that young people do all they can to contribute. It's our duty to improve our society. If there are no words or orders from Kira, then we have only one choice. We need to think for ourselves. We need to consider what Kira has taught us, determine what he wants most, and make our own decisions from there.
Now Kira is not Yagami. Could ex-Kira be Teru Mikami? Everything seems to fit into place.
That's what I've been asking. So tell me why I'm not the headliner. You said I was supposed to be the highlight of the East West Pop Music Festival.
Well, it's true that you're the highlight. But when it comes to the headliner, it's a little harder to secure that spot.
That's why we should be taking precautions. Kiyomi Takara.
What an idiot! She doesn't even realize that Light's just using her for his investigation.
Don't say that. You might end up dead if she hears you.
Duh, I know that. That's why I whispered it quietly. Hey! She snickered at me! I'm gonna go kick her!
Oh, hang on!
What were you trying to do?
What was I doing? What about you?
Lindner, that young lady is actually a very good friend of mine. Please, you shouldn't be so rough with her.
Of course, Miss Takada. Please, excuse me.
Misa. Are you alright?
That was so frustrating!
Al, this is Nier. I have a small request. If Mr. Aizawa is there, would it be possible for me to speak to him for a moment?
Nier, this is Aizawa. What is it?
I have a question regarding surveillance for El and Takada's meetings. Are you recording both audio and video feeds of your conversations?
No. Only an audio feed right now.
I see. Only in wiretaps at the moment. How interesting. Thank you very much.
If they're only using wiretaps, then it's safe to assume that El Kira and Ex Kira have found a way to contact each other through Takada.
Seems like Lindner could be in more danger than we realize.
We knew the risks getting into this. To be blunt, what's important is that El starts focusing his attention on Lindner and Takeda. In the meantime, we'll use the opportunity to investigate Mikami further.
How are things, Giovanni?
Well, about Mikami, it's strange. It's ridiculously easy to trail him. He's not trying to hide or anything. He's lived at the same place the past 4 years.
I need to get
There's
at my lower
nothing
back
unusual
still.
about him. He also seems to be totally dedicated to his career as a prosecutor. I'm beginning to think he can't be ex-Kira.
No, there's a very high probability that Mikami is ex-Kira. Please be very careful.
Don't enter his room yet. Just keep watch over him for now.
Gotcha.
Man, how many meetings do I need to have with NHN for crying out loud? And seriously, how many times do these people have to tell me, be careful about what you say? What's with that?
Yes. Yes, of course. I'll ask her right now. Listen, Misa, Takeda would like to have dinner with you this evening, just the two of you.
Huh? That Kiyomi. What's she up to? Good idea. The music festival's MC. Should have dinner with the main performer at least once. Tell her, okay.
Hello?
Miss Takeda? She's accepted. Great. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and Lindner, please book a nice private room for us. And also, I'd like you to attend the dinner as well.
Huh? Yes.
I'm sorry to have to invite you to dinner so late at night. I'm afraid it had to wait until after the 9 o'clock news was finished.
No problem. I don't mind at all. I'm a night owl anyway. Well, what is it?
I'm not really sure how to answer a question like that. So, life must be pretty busy. How do you two manage?
Why, you? She knows that I can't see him that much, while she can be with him all the time. How dare she? Things are great between us. Light is way more affectionate than he looks, at least with me. In fact, he starts clinging to me as soon as he gets in the door every night.
Ah, I see. It sounds like you're doing well. Thank goodness.
Yes, actually, I should probably tell you since you are the MC. I'm going to announce my engagement to Light at the Pop Music Festival.
Does he know about this?
Of course he does. It's an engagement. It's not as if I can get engaged to myself. He proposed to me more than a month ago. It was so romantic. Don't you think it'd be exciting to announce it at the Pop Music Festival, Miss MC?
Why not? If you're able to, that is.
What do you mean if I'm able to? What, are you not gonna let me announce it? Or maybe it's something else. Maybe you're gonna get Kira to kill me.
Of course not. Only Kira can decide who he's going to punish. I have nothing to do with his decisions. Besides, I've always thought of you as a good friend, Misa. You shouldn't say such terrible things. Anyway, I don't have any intention of killing anyone, no matter how horrible they might be.
Well, whatever. I used to really like Kira too, you know. But I know for sure that Light's gonna catch him soon. Oh, yeah. Once he gets caught, it'll be nothing but bad news for him. And as for you, you'll probably be executed.
Miss Takeda, are you all right?
Listen, Kiyomi. I am the real Kira. Please, join me, Kiyomi. And you will be the goddess of the new world.
Miss Amane,
Yes?
I find this unpleasant.
How Oh, yeah? I feel the same.
Obviously, this was a bad idea. I should have waited until you grew up and learned a few manners before I invited you to dinner. I suppose I'll know better next time. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm older than you, Kiyomi. And anyways, you're being childish for storming out in the middle of dinner over a silly little comment.
That was kind of awkward.
Thanks for waiting, Mochi. How are you?
Are you okay?
Of course I am. I won after all.
One?
Yeah, it was easy.
About tonight's meeting between Takada and Amane, they just talked about Light Yagami. If you read between the lines, they were arguing over which one was his lover.
Your thoughts?
All I can determine is this. Light Yagami is popular with the ladies. And we know that Takada and Amane both adore him.
Nier, please be serious about
It
this.
is serious if they're both truly in love with him. They will not easily betray him. In fact, they'll likely do whatever he asks.
Please stop.
Oh, come on now, lady. I mean, wearing a short skirt like that in the winter, it's an invitation.
Please, someone.
Cell phone.
He's just taken out a notebook.
Delete. He's writing something in it. Could that be it? He's getting off the train.
Was that somebody's boyfriend? Crazy, yo. Seems like Lightama is like using both women to get Kira. So I don't even want to know spoilers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the next episode, 34.
You are to send me a fan letter that I'll be able to recognize as yours. You will also enclose something else in the envelope. 5 blank pages from the notebook.
Carry on with your judgments and killings as usual until I receive the letter and the pages.
And how about after you receive them?
Make a notebook that looks as close to the original as possible. And act as if you're killing people by using this decoy.
Oh, come on now, lady. I mean, wearing a short skirt like that in the winter?
Please, someone.
Oh, that was a drunk person on the train try to.
He's getting off the train. A man who was on the same train as me and he just collapsed. He was harassing a young woman and suddenly fell to the floor. It all happened about a half a minute after he wrote something in a notebook. That's gotta be it.
Well, now we know for sure.
Yes. Our next order of business is to get as close as possible to Mikami. But before we rush in blindly, there's something we need to be careful of, and that is the being known as the Shinigami. The Shinigami will be loyal to Mikami, and will warn him if it discovers we're following him.
But the Shinigami can only be seen by those people who have touched the notebook. It's going to be pretty difficult to be careful of something we can't even see.
We're gonna try, no matter how difficult.
Right. Understood, sir.
Light's having another one of his meetings with Takada this evening. Right after they started having these encounters, Takada got a phone call from Kira, and all the surveillance cameras had to be removed. The first thing that came to my mind was that they'd be able to communicate secretly by writing messages.
Everything checks out in here.
Huh?
I've gone over the entire room and there's nothing in it. There's only the wiretap on me.
Right. Then all that's left is the bathroom. Why does Light care so much about checking for cameras and wiretaps? Never mind that. Why is Kira allowing these meetings in the first place? Something just doesn't add up. If they really are writing notes to each other, there's only one way to prove it.
Light, I thought you should know. I had a private chat with Miss Misa Amani yesterday.
About what?
Whoa, oh boy, Light's in trouble now.
Matsuda, is there some reason you're so happy about this?
She told me that she's planning to announce her engagement to you during her appearance at the Pop Music Festival.
Whoa, he's busted. Light's in the doghouse.
No. She thinks we're together because I haven't been able to break it to her yet. But she means nothing to me. Misa, you idiot. Why pull a stunt like that? No, Takeda, you're just as bad. Why are women like this?
It's your fault,
That's what
nigga.
you say? Why should I believe you?
She was in charge of killing before T. Somehow she gained the same power as I had and found out that I was Kira. In the end, I had no choice but to take her as my partner. It's the only reason I would ever choose such an impulsive girl.
So Misa was doing Kira's killings, but right now I'm the one doing it for him. Light had no choice with Misa, but he chose me specially to help him.
Believe me, she's nothing. You're the only one for me.
You're the only one for me? Is that supposed to be serious? I expected better from you, Light.
She does have a point. I'm not surprised she's in line, especially for Light. So which one do you think? Amani or Takeda?
Well, you could be two-timing them. Are you serious? You don't see any problem with that? Hey, I'm not the one. Will you two shut up?
You're going to have to prove yourself from now on, Light. But I will trust you. Of course, if I find out that you're lying, you'll pay dearly. In fact, I'll tell Kira about it.
Kira, huh? You know, I understand that the world really needs Kira right now, but I just can't help but wonder, will the day ever come when you and I can be together? I can't help but hate Kira for choosing you as a spokesperson because it keeps us apart. I don't mind if he kills criminals, but we've done nothing wrong. We have the right to lead happy lives, don't we?
Yes, I want to be happy together with you. But that could only happen if Kira wasn't around.
You're right. If only Kira wasn't around.
Kira should be arrested. It's true. If you and I are ever going to have a chance of being happy together, Kira needs to be caught.
Wait a minute, Kiyomi. Do you seriously mean that?
Yes.
Alright, but if I'm going to arrest him, I'll need your help. You'll be putting yourself in danger.
After all, I'll be defying the police, and you'll be going against Kira and the entire world as well. Are you sure? That's okay.
That's a long pause.
Alright.
If cooperating with you means that we can be together, then I'm prepared to make that sacrifice, Light.
What a turnaround! Just like you'd expect from our guy. He was able to move the conversation from cheating on Misa to getting Taki to help him.
Mikami's talking to himself.
What's going on?
He was too far away for me to pick up his voice, but I recorded video of his lips moving. I'm sending you the footage I was able to get. It's of Mikami during his lunch break. This is it right here. He's saying something.
Show it to us one more time in slow motion. Is that you, Shinigami? Is what he said.
He seems to have reacted to the scrap of paper at his feet.
He just gave a small sigh.
At this point, he talks to himself a little more. I'm gonna zoom in on his lips.
That Shinigami, ever since he
handed me the notebook, he hasn't reappeared. That Shinigami, ever since he handed me the notebook, he hasn't reappeared.
Mikami was given the notebook by one of the Shinigami. But it seems that Shinigami hasn't been following him. So that's how it is.
I guess that's all for today. See you next time.
Of course. It's finally over. Man, things got pretty intense today, don't you think? It's tough to do this for hours on end.
Yeah, you really look like you're suffering.
All right, I'm gonna wrap things up at the hotel.
Okay, thanks for all your hard work. You know, I feel kind of bad that Aizawa's stuck with booking the hotel and checking out every time.
It's gone. The mark I left is gone. I left 4 marks. 2 of them are gone. The room's been left just as it was. Housekeeping hasn't come in yet. Then how and why would anyone switch these 2 notepads for new ones? That settles it. They're writing notes. Huh?
Yes? What's that? You want to meet and talk with Nier in person?
Mr. Aizawa, it's been a while. And it's a pleasure to meet you.
That's very nice of you, but kinda hard to accept while I'm blindfolded.
He doesn't have any weapons or cameras on him.
In that case, you're free to take off your blindfold.
Here. I believe what you said earlier. Ella's been meeting Takada almost every single night.
I know.
What? Well, then what about this? They are passing notes to each other. I confirmed it.
Mr. Aizawa, please don't take any unnecessary actions on your own.
Unnecessary actions?
Yes, this is not the point where we bring up evidence against Kira and openly confront him. I must corner him in a dead end with a plan that would guarantee his defeat. This is what it will take to stop him for good. Mr. Aizawa, I'm going to be blunt with you. You and the rest of the task force are already out of the picture. However, if you still want to help capture Kira, you can. All I want you to do is keep an eye on him as you've been doing.
That's it? Keep an eye on him?
Yes. Of course, there certainly is a purpose in watching over L. In fact, I've already taken it into account as part of my plan. That's why I'm hoping you can help me in that respect. I want you to watch him in order to win against Kira. And after that, I want you to be a witness to the end of Kira.
This has been a year of breakthroughs for me, and I'm sure for many others as well. And what better way to bring this year to an exciting close than with the East-West Pop Music Festival? I'm your host for this evening, Kiyomi Takada.
We hope you all enjoy the show.
All right, the Pop Music Festival's about to begin. Matsura, shouldn't you be checking over the reports on Kira's killings? Yeah, in a minute, but after Misa performs, she's the opening act this year. We gotta cheer her on. Yeah!
Can we help you?
Pardon me. We're from the SPK. We'll need you to come with us.
Before we continue, I'm afraid I must apologize on behalf of the staff of NHN. It's very unfortunate, but it seems that this
this year's opening act, Miss Misa Amane, has not entered the concert hall yet.
Huh?
Of course, many unexpected things
What's going
can happen
on?
at the pop.
Mogi didn't tell us anything about this.
Take me back to NHM right now! What is this? Are you trying to ruin my reputation?
Misa, you've got to try and stay calm.
Multi, what should I?
We need to do this in order to catch Kira.
But that has nothing to do with me!
You should know that I was going to take you at gunpoint as a last resort, but you didn't resist. That was a great help. Thank you, Mr. Mogi.
I probably would have resisted if I hadn't listened to what Aizawa told me, but after hearing about the notepads, there's no doubt in my mind.
What's going on?
Nier,
Yes? What is it, El?
we have a problem. Mogi and Misa Amane have gone missing.
I'm already aware of that. I was the one who took them into custody.
You what? For what reason?
Oh, just in case.
Nier, kidnapping is a blatant criminal act. You have to stop this now.
Actually, Mr. Mogi and Amani both came here willingly. You could even ask them yourself.
I'll put them on the line now. Here they are.
Mogi, Misa, this is El speaking.
Wait!
I'm told that Nier is detaining you.
He said that you both agreed to it. Is that true?
I think I'm gonna have to block you.
It is. Mogi.
Actually, I was against the whole thing, but Mochi said it would be best if I just went along quietly. He told me we would have both been killed if I didn't.
All right. It's fine as long as you both consented to this.
So now I've removed Misa Amane, the one who might be the second Kira from the equation. Like Yagami, I'm sure the significance of this move isn't lost on you.
Hey, no way! You're planning to end this? You don't use the Misa performance? Come on, what a rip-off!
You and the others were successful. It's past 9. All right, it's my turn. Mikami leaves work at almost the same time every day, with only slight variations.
I don't know who you are, but I don't have time for this.
So he always goes to that particular gym every Monday and Thursday at around 9 o'clock, is that correct?
Yes, he's kept that routine for the past 4 years, ever since he joined.
Alright, yo, give me get off my live stream.
A few inquiries to confirm it myself.
Good. So then we can assume that he will be there on Monday the 31st as well?
Yes, if he's the type of man who would go on holidays, then he'll certainly go on New Year's Eve.
Giovanni, would it be possible for you to touch the notebook on the 31st at the gym?
Yes. I've already done a thorough check of the hotel security. The locker room is definitely free of any kind of surveillance.
Then I'll leave it to you.
Sir, if there is a Shinigami with him, there's a distinct possibility that I will die, isn't there?
Yes.
Part of the reason you're doing this is to test that theory. Even if you don't see any Shinigami after first touching the notebook, I want you to continue watching Mikami for a while longer before we conclude whether or not he has one following him.
Who are you people?
The rest or do it if you're too scared.
No, I understand. I'll do it.
Alright, you know, I'm gonna
If there's a Shinigami around. No. If there was one, I'd be dead. It's too late to turn back now. I have to touch it.
Sir, I've succeeded in touching the notebook. I can't confirm the existence of any Shinigami at this time.
Commander Rester, please connect me with Mr. Mogi for a moment. Mr. Mogi, according to your investigation and the rules of the notebook, how long can a person be controlled before their death?
Based on the data we got from Yotsuba's experiments, it's 23 days.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'd say that the killings done by Yotsuba were more than enough to prove it.
Thank you for your assistance. We have to consider the possibility that Giovanni is already being controlled. In that case, they could be making him say that there is no Shinigami. That means I need to confront Al in exactly 24 days. If Giovanni is still alive until then.
Kiyomi, I saw you had some trouble at the pop music festival.
Yes. I never imagined that Miss Amane would go missing.
Give T an order to contact you and let you know as soon as he's confirmed everything. Once you hear from him, I want you to send me a text message or call me with the following message. I want to see you as soon as possible.
Photographs?
Yes, I want to see exactly what he wrote in the notebook. I want to see the pattern in how Mikami writes, if there are any habits, and what kind of notebook it is. I want to see it all, everything in detail, with my own eyes.
What are you thinking here?
Perfect. Giovanni has done an excellent job. The handwriting matches that of the records Mikami keeps as prosecutor. There's absolutely no doubt. This is his handwriting.
I agree.
With this, we can do it.
Wow. It kind of threw me off about the confusion because seems like Misa is really being thirsty for Light 'em Up because tried to propose to him at a music festival. They only met for like what, a few months ago? I don't know, but all right. So now we're on to episode 35. What's going on? It seems like everybody is still trying to get to Kira.
Mir, it's all taken care of. I did exactly as you asked.
Good.
What did he do? Kill more people?
T, that is all I have to tell you today. We'll talk soon.
Very well, I understand.
I also have a message for you.
Yes. What is it?
I've confirmed it.
Same way. Yeah.
You got a text? Oh, it says she wants to see you. Man, I'm so jealous.
Huh?
I've done it. That's the sign of confirmation from Mikami. Now all I have to do is wait for Nier to request a meeting face to face. Game over, Nier. I win. I knew what your move would be from the very beginning.
Sir, this is Giovanni. I've been checking the notebook regularly as you ordered. For the past 3 days, he's continued filling out one page every night after midnight, as he usually does. The victims still match up, and there's been no change in Mikami's behavior otherwise.
I understand. Well, then let's begin.
It's Nier. He called.
Al,
Yes, this is Al. What is it, Nier?
I want to meet you.
What?
There's something I must show you pertaining to the Kira case.
But don't you suspect me of being Kira? Do you really think it's wise to reveal your face to me?
That's true. I cannot show you unless I reveal my face. Furthermore, the very act of showing my face will prove something. And that will bring this case to a close.
Alright, fine. As far as I'm concerned, the sooner you realize you're wrong about me, the better.
The time has finally come for Nier to prove that Light is Kira. But on the other hand, if that's true, this will be a chance for Light to kill Nier. It all comes down to this.
I'd like to lay out some ground rules for the meeting.
We're willing to go along with whatever you want.
First, I want to have all the investigators from both teams be present. In other words, everyone who is chasing after Kira should be gathered together to take part in the meeting.
I understand. That's not a problem.
As I mentioned before, there are a total of 4 members in the SPK. That's including myself. All of us will be there. Besides our team, we'll also bring along Mr. Mogi, who's currently staying with us. As for Miss Amane, she will be released right before we meet. She'll not be told where we're going. You can come and meet us once you confirm that she's been safely released. Is that acceptable?
I thought her name was Amisa.
Okay,
Now they
I
changed the name to
understand.
Amani.
I have a team of 5 investigators, including myself. Of course, Mogi's with you at the moment, so aside from me, there'll be only 3 people.
Very well, that's fine. Now, as for our meeting place...
Daikoku Wharf.
Oh,
There's a
God.
warehouse on the outskirts of the southeast side that's been abandoned for some time.
I feel like it's streaming for like an hour.
I've already taken the liberty of purchasing it. If this arrangement is fine with you, then we'll use it.
How about it, Light Yagami? With a location like this, you can do what you're planning to do. One more thing. This meeting cannot take place unless I have your word that someone will bring the notebook.
Hey,
Wait, why the notebook?
It's quite simple.
man, I feel like I've been streaming since 2 hours, y'all.
HQ to meet me, then there'll be no one left behind to guard the notebook. I can promise you this.
I ain't doing that no more.
Attempts to steal it. In fact, I won't even try to touch it.
As long as Mr. Aizawa can confirm that it's the genuine notebook, I'm willing to place my faith in you and accept his word.
Huh?
Alright.
However, I do insist that someone other than Ella hold on to it. My reasons for making that request should be fairly obvious to you.
Right, I understand. But I'll be the one who decides who will hold on to it. Does that sound fair?
Yes, of course. Then all that's left to arrange is the time and date.
Right. The question is, what time?
Mikami makes his judgments after midnight. He most likely receives a notice in the morning of which people to kill next. If we take his movements into consideration, say 3 days from now, on the 28th at 1 p.m.
1 o'clock, huh? That's the exact time I expected him to pick.
Oh, my
He was
neck.
obviously aware of
It's why my neck, my lower back is like killing me, y'all. I've been...
The time doesn't really concern us.
Well then, 1 o'clock, 3 days from now.
Sure.
right, Yagami. I know exactly what your plan is. I am going to win.
So they're basically like going head to head, try to get the cure.
Kiyomi, I'm sorry.
I can only imagine what the final episode is going to be like. Don't spoil anything. I watch for myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Police are gonna have their hands full for the next 2 or 3 days.
That's a shame.
I've already given orders to both Mikami and Takeda about what to do. This will be the final order. To kill Nier.
This way. Are you all right? Yes. We need to get inside NHN now.
Don't do it. Take a look around. It's not safer here. Not even inside. It's best if you get her away from here right now. Miss Takeda, get on. Now!
It's okay. You'll be safe with him. Please, you have to go.
Right.
Team A and Team B, stay on that bike's tail and don't lose sight of them. As for the rest of you, I need you to find that assailant.
All right, we've confirmed Miss Takeda's safety. Let's get her into car number 7.
What the hell?
No, he's taking her!
Damn it! Stop, you idiot! You can't do that! What if it ends up hitting her?
What are you doing?
One of the attackers was heavily armed. As of this moment, both Miss Takeda's escort team and the police are hot on the tail of the suspects.
Oh man, this is really bad.
Is it Nier again?
Nier, he promised that we'd meet in 3 days' time. What's the meaning of making a move like this now? It doesn't make sense. No, this isn't Nier's style. It's more like... It's Nier. So those cars got ahead of me, huh? How many damn bodyguards does one woman need anyway? Hey, come on, give me a break. Since when were the Japanese allowed to carry around such big guns? You got me. I'm part of this whole kidnapping incident. That means you'll have a lot of questions to ask. You won't shoot.
Dang. Just straight up shot him.
You probably wouldn't have told us anything.
I almost cursed my channel.
Death is the only way to pay for crimes against Kira.
This man, he's the person that Light warned me to be extra careful of. Mellow, Mikhail, Kale.
Take off everything you're wearing and put it all in that box. Hurry up. You can use this blanket.
L, I am not the one who kidnapped Takada.
Is that so? Then it has to be Mello.
Yes, that's right.
I have to be honest with you on this. We had one of our members escorting Takada, and they confirmed it. Mello was the one who abducted her. I apologize for letting this happen while one of us was guarding her.
Nier, isn't there any way for you to contact Mello?
No, I'm afraid that would be impossible. While I do have a method of getting in touch with him, there's no way he'd respond in the current situation.
Before I take off the rest, could I please have the blanket so I can wrap it around me?
Whatever you want.
Our latest report is that the escort team was forced to shoot one of the perpetrators. They are also still making efforts to track Miss Takada's whereabouts.
Were you able to get a hold of her? Not yet. Takada's phone has been turned off. Mello must have confiscated it. Damn it. I need to get in touch with Takada. With no way of getting a hold of her, all I can do is wait. This is the only thing that can be done. If I don't do it...
As for the suspect who was gunned down earlier, we're still not able to identify him. The police are tracking the remaining suspects.
Matt, I never thought you'd be killed. I'm sorry. My cell phone. Could it be her? Quiet, everyone. Hello?
Light.
Miss Takada? Oh, listen to me. Are you alright? The only reason she'd be able to call me like this without getting caught is if she had an opportunity to get away from Mello. Or...
Light, please save me.
It's alright. Calm down and answer my questions, okay?
Oh, okay.
First, your location. Do you know where you are?
No, I don't know where I am. I was put into a truck that was locked from the outside. But we were on the freeway, and I caught a glimpse of a sign that said we were heading to Nagano. Right now, I think we're parked inside of a building somewhere.
Miss Takada, you are Kira's spokesperson.
Do you remember the conversation we had when I told you that there might be people who would try to hurt you because of that?
Yes, I remember.
We talked about...
I get up again, guys.
A situation like this ever arose. Do you remember that?
I remember. I did what you told me to, Light. I did it. Yes. I didn't struggle, even when he stripped me naked. I did exactly as you said. I made survival my first priority, and I did it.
Oh, so he's dead now.
Please, Light. I did everything that you told me to. Come quickly. Save me.
Miss Takada. You remember what I told you to do after that, don't you?
I have to do as many killings as possible while I still can. I know, but Light...
Can you do it?
I can do it.
Aizawa, Hide,
let's get going. Matsuda, you stay here and take care of headquarters.
You got it.
It's me. Send me as many names of people to punish as you can. Here's my email address.
Yes. Right, I understand. If Takeda is calling me like this, it must mean that she's been able to kill her kidnappers. In which case, the only certainty is that she's in a situation where she can't move. Nakajima, I'm going to the scene of the crime for this case.
Okay.
Alright, I got the location by tracing the call. Head to Karuizawa by freeway.
Karuizawa, huh? Damn, it'll take at least 30 minutes to get there.
Well, hurry. This is Mello we're talking about. Who knows what he'll do?
Got it.
I don't believe this. Aizawa and Ide are just too stupid. They jumped the gun and got in the front seats without even thinking. This is just too easy.
Wait, what's going on? Who set the place on fire?
What the hell is this?
Kiyomi Takeda. Suicide. January 26th, 2013. 2:32 p.m. Burns to death by setting fire to everything around her, including everything she wrote on.
What? So the other girl, Light him I was messing with, she ends up dying. This series has gone crazy, guys.
Yeah. That's fine by me. Take off everything you're wearing and put it all in that box. You can use this blanket.
Miss Takeda, are you alright?
I did exactly what you told me to. I made survival my first priority, and I did it. Come quickly. Save me.
Kiyomi Takeda, suicide. January 26th, 2013, 2:32 p.m. Burns to death by setting fire to everything around her, including everything she wrote on.
It is with great sorrow that I must announce.
So he did use her for his own gain.
Police have identified one of the bodies found at the scene as NHN's Miss Kiyomi Takeda. A 2-ton truck and a motorcycle were also found in the ruins of the burned-out church. Investigators suspect gasoline was used to start the fire.
1.28.
But what I really want to know is who's going to be Kida's next spokesperson. Kida's message still needs to be spread, and someone's got to do it.
The death of newscaster Takeda was a horrible tragedy, but I can't help but think that if she was that careless, she couldn't have taken her position as Kira's spokesperson that seriously.
It needs to be said, this is not a woman's job. Kira, please make me your new representative.
No! Give the honor to Sakura TV again!
Disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they just announced her death and already it started. Every TV station airing its own segment on who should replace her. It's like she never existed.
Last night's judgments unfolded just as planned. That means Takeda and Mikami have had no problems contacting each other. There's nothing to worry about.
It's near.
Hello, Al.
Yes?
I don't mean to keep bothering you, but with regards to our meeting, I wanted to confirm that we are still set for the 28th at 1 p.m., all right?
Yes. It's just as I predicted. He's sticking with the original time. There's no doubt about it.
Very well. The 28th, the day after tomorrow.
Right. So the day after tomorrow, huh? Finally! Isn't it getting exciting?
Yeah. I can't help but wonder what Nier wants to show us.
Matsuda, Ide, when the day comes, there's a good chance we might all be killed. Don't you understand that?
Giovanni,
Yes?
will you be able to make it in time?
Yes. I'll be there for sure.
Commander Rester, Lidner, Giovanni. Let's put our best into this, shall we?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
First of all, in regards
To Misa Amane, we've already set her free. You may call her to confirm it.
I don't know what's going on, but this must be some sort of compensation or something. They totally put me up in the penthouse suite of the Taylor Hotel. Can you believe it? Now this is more like it.
I understand. All right, Misa. Please stay there for a little while longer until I call you.
Okay.
All right, Nier. I need you to connect me with Mogi. We have the notebook locked away here, and in order to open the safe it's kept in, we'll need the PIN number from each member of the team.
understood. I'll connect you to him immediately.
This is Mogi. The number is 62-324.
All that's left is my number. The Killer Notebook. How to use it. The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die. This note will not take effect unless the writer has the person's face in their mind when writing his or her name. Therefore, people sharing the same name will not be affected. If the cause of death is written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen. If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack. After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Nier, it's me. We've discussed it, and it's been decided that I'll be the one to carry the notebook.
Al, are you sure it's all right with you if Mr. Aizawa carries it? Be honest.
Of course. I chose Aizawa for the job because we knew you'd prefer that. I have no problems with it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Well then, we'll see you shortly.
Looks like this is the end. No, more like the beginning. The perfect world of Kira. And those who know of the notebook's existence, all of them, will die.
There's no mistake, Nier's inside. I checked it out. All right, let's do this.
Nier, you're far inferior to L. You have no right to be wearing a mask of L.
It's them. Those four are the SPK. And the one wearing the mask is Nier.
Hang on, am I the only one who sees something wrong? He can go around accusing people of being Kira, but the fact that he's wearing a mask says he's only trying to protect himself, not anyone else.
It's just a precaution. There's a good possibility that Kira has already seen the faces of everyone in this warehouse except for mine. In fact, he may be writing down your names as we speak. So I'd like to wait for 1 hour. No, make it 30 minutes. That should give us more than enough time to see if anyone is being controlled before they die.
What? You're gonna wait and see if we die?
No, it's not impossible that Light really is Kira, especially since the rest of us are of no use to him anymore.
So are they gonna throw hands at each other or just staring at each other and just talk?
This is all just a front to buy some time, isn't it? I never thought it would be this hard to keep myself from laughing out loud. Nier must be waiting for him to come. It's all just as I predicted.
Nier! It's already been over 30 minutes. Nothing's happened yet.
Of course not. That's because Kira's not here with us.
Very well. Everyone seems to be safe. I'll remove my mask now.
You're quiet, Nier. What's wrong? Are you still waiting for something?
Waiting. That's an excellent choice of words. Yes, I am waiting for the arrival of the one who will solve everything once and for all.
Someone else is supposed to clear this up?
He'll be here soon. It's only a matter of time. There's only one entrance to this building, and the only way to look inside is by opening that door. That means he'll either walk through that door, or at the very least, open it and peek through.
And just who is this person anyway?
Ex-Kira, the one who is currently using the notebook and killing people on Kira's behalf. He's bound to come here and bring the notebook with him. And then, he'll see me and write down my real name. Or rather, he'll write down the names of everyone here who knows about the notebook and kill them.
What? What are you saying? This doesn't make any sense. What are you trying to tell us, Nier? That some other guy's gonna drop by with the notebook, poke his head in and kill us all? And you want us to sit back and let it happen?
Yes, that's correct. Now listen carefully. If someone comes into the warehouse through that door, just let them in without resisting. If the door opens slightly, simply act as if you don't notice anyone there.
But that's just crazy!
He's already here.
Oh, wow, really?
God!
Wow, really? You have got to be kidding me.
Hold it! Don't do anything!
Everything is fine. You won't die.
How can you be so sure, Nier? Delete!
Because I modified the notebook. We took brief possession of the notebook and replaced the pages. The person behind the door has been doing the killings for Kira. He has also been using exactly one page every day. Based on that, I was able to replace the page he would use today, as well as all subsequent pages, so that no one else would die. On the other side of that door is ex-Kira. My guess is, in roughly 40 seconds, he'll look inside to see if we're dead. That's when we'll restrain him and seize the notebook. Whoever's name is not written down must be Kira.
It's true. Kira would be the only one that guy wouldn't try to kill. But still...
Wait, what's going on?
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew all along you had tampered with the notebook. Nier, you've been completely defeated. The notebook you altered was nothing more than a forgery I had Mikami prepare. On the other hand, the one Mikami is writing their names in is the real notebook, which had been kept hidden until now. I had Mikami create a fake notebook for himself. He also sent Takeda several pages from the real one. So in fact, it was Takeda, not Mikami, who was doing the killings. As for Mikami, I had him write names in public several times using the fake
Oh, trust me, man, I do.
by anyone who was following him. But Takeda was the one behind the deaths. Mikami simply
Man,
sent the names and faces
this season is like crazy, man. Lightman has used everybody from left and right.
Daily behavior is so methodical, it's almost obsessive. He always fills exactly one page with names every day. And Nier, you noticed this little habit and thought you could use it to tamper with the notebook. All you had to do was count ahead to the page he'd use on the day of this meeting. Then you replaced all the pages from that day onwards. You were confident you could prevent anyone from dying. That was your big plan. That's why you couldn't change the date and time of our meeting. But I was one step ahead of you, Nier. I always knew you were going to try and alter the Death Note. That's why I had Mikami check the notebook every day for signs of tampering.
I've confirmed it.
I knew I'd won this game as soon as I got that message. Mikami brought a different notebook today, the real one, which had been kept hidden up until now. But you know, Nier, you did have a chance to win if only you'd taken it. You were just too naive. You're nothing compared to L. L would have considered the possibility of a fake notebook from the very beginning, and he would have tested it. You had the chance, but you squandered it. I've got to say, I'm so disappointed in you. This victory was no fun. You tried too hard to win in a noble way. Well, that's fine. Everyone here dies today, thanks to you. And as for me, I, Kira, will have my perfect victory.
So is everybody go like?
You there outside. Have you finished writing down the names in the notebook?
God.
Oh, trust me, I'm already watching it. Is this the finale? It's episode 37. It's the series finale. I mean, season finale. I mean.
Die 40 seconds after you wrote down their names. 35 seconds.
Oh, okay, good. I just want to make sure.
Don't you think it's rather odd? Why would he answer you so quickly, calmly, and honestly when you asked him if he had written down our names yet?
Who knows? Maybe he's just honest. Or confident that he'll succeed, or perhaps he's seen through your brilliant plan.
Huh? In that case, we're in big trouble.
Teru Mikami, if it's not too much trouble for you, won't you please come in and join us? I already know that you're the one who's been judging and executing people for Kira. If you've already written down our names, then there shouldn't be anything to be afraid of. You can come right on in.
Teru Mikami, is it? He's correct. There's no reason to hide from us. You can come in.
God.
You've done well, Mikami. How many seconds has it been since you wrote down the first name? Seconds. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39! Well, Nier, looks like I win. 40!
What? Wait a minute. So season 1 ends with the cliffhanger. Oh, one more episode? Okay, that's what I say. Man. I wanted to see Nier died, y'all, but everybody did too, but good grief. The music in this episode is so dramatic, though. You would think that everybody was going to die for real. I forgot we were on 36. Yeah, I thought I was too, though. Look, man, you know sometimes I be forgetting, man, but hey, I'm gonna go to 37 right now, cause I want to know. If I can find it. About to get to it right now, cause I'm. Wait, where's 37? Where's? Please tell me this is it. All right, 37. Episode 37. Okay.
How many seconds has it been since you wrote down the first
Here we go.
35, 36,
Turn this down.
37, 38, 39! Well, Nier, looks like I win. 40!
New world. Oh man.
We're still alive. It's been over a minute and we haven't died.
Didn't I already tell you all that no one was gonna die?
But why? Why would they die? God! I did everything you told me!
Rester, Giovanni, take him now!
What?
Giovanni, the notebook, please. If you didn't believe me earlier, then see for yourselves. I can confirm that the first 4 names are definitely the real names of the SPK members. The second 4 are
Nate,
the names of your
Anthony,
team. The
Stefan,
only name that hasn't been written down
Ollie.
is Light Yagami. If that weren't enough, Mikami also addressed you as God and said he did what you asked him to. It's settled.
So,
It's a trap! This whole thing is a setup! This is all part of Nier's plan to frame me!
What?
Isn't it a little odd that no one died after having their name written in the notebook? This proves it's a trap!
I believe I already told you that no one would die because I modified the notebook.
No, you... That can't be.
bruh, I'm sitting here. I'm having mixed feelings about this right now.
I don't know this guy!
Light, it's too late to deny it. You know Nier has won. Just a moment ago, you were saying it looks like I win. How much more of a confession do we need?
Light. Why? Stop it!
What?
Light Yagami. L. Kira. It's over. You've lost the game.
After 37
Just
episodes.
a moment ago, you proclaimed your victory, expecting
After
yourself to
37
die.
episodes
And to tell
of
the
trying to
truth,
figure out
you
who
might have
Kira
actually
is.
won, and I would have lost.
Light loses.
We ended up doing exactly what you expected us to, and altered the fake notebook in Mikami's possession. However, when I said before that we had modified the notebook, I was in fact referring to the real notebook as well as the fake. We only switched part of the fake notebook, but as for the real one, we replaced the entire thing.
That's crazy,
This
man.
notebook here is actually the real.
This is how you know kids are smart.
No! Impossible!
We used the same kind of pen that Mikami used, copied his handwriting perfectly, and made both the inside and the outside of our fake look exactly like the original.
That makes so much
In
sense.
a single night.
I've always thought that the
Of
real
course, since I had touched the real notebook before
person
coming,
L
I've been
almost
able
had
to see
him.
the Shinigami
Basically,
as
Nier
well.
and Miller were together. Oh, trust me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
If L couldn't do it,
Shinigami.
Nier and Miller did the work for him.
Nice to meet you too.
Dang, man, I can't believe Light, bruh. It seems like he was the only character in season 1 that had everything in the book.
Some of the edges of this notebook's pages are torn.
I don't
If
understand this,
someone's name
man.
was written on a ripped-off piece of paper, would they still die?
Oh yeah, of course they would.
I thought so. I bet you were able to use
Hold on for a minute, y'all.
I wonder how many times you'll see us with this, and how many people have been killed. Like Yagami, you are Kira.
This has gotta be a trick.
No, ain't no trick, nigga. You lost.
Somehow.
You're mistaken. This was all thanks to Mello. I believe if I explain this much, you'll begin to understand.
What? Mellow?
Please take a look at this page of the notebook.
Takana's name is in a notebook. I was the one who killed her, but her death was written there just 1 minute later. Did that mean Mikami did the same thing I did? God! You told me you couldn't move freely. I had to make sure Takana was taken care of. Wasn't that my duty to you? You idiot! I give you strict orders not to make any unnecessary movements until today.
It's all true. On the 26th, right after Takana's kidnapping was broadcast on the news,
Wow.
Mikami went to the bank.
I've been trailing him. I
I knew he went to the bank every month on the 25th. So it was odd for someone so methodical to go to the bank twice in 2 days. I followed Mikami to the bank as he headed for the safe deposit boxes. It was only at this time that he seemed concerned whether someone was following him or not. I got into his safe deposit box. Inside was the real notebook. Sure enough, Takada's name had already been written inside it.
Do you understand now, Light Yagami? You didn't realize that Mikami made a move on his own and wrote Takada's name in his notebook because you had already killed her using a notebook clipping yourself. This was the event that made me consider the possibility of a fake notebook. We were able to stop you thanks to the efforts of one person. It was Mello who did it all. Mello probably knew what was going to happen all along.
It can be resolved by
Be right back, guys.
That's right.
Well then, if I don't do it...
I bet Mello knew in his heart that working by ourselves, neither of us would be able to attain our goal and surpass our mentor now. But together we can stand with El. Together we can surpass El. And now, acting as one, we face the kid who defeated El, and with solid evidence, beat him at his own game. Let's see you try and talk your way out of this one, if you can.
He probably can't. Look at him. He was crazy. He lost. I can't believe Light lied to me lost. Uh-oh.
That's right. I am Kira.
Oh, what? Take these things off.
That's right. I am Kira. And what can you do? Kill me right here? Hear this. I'm not only Kira, but I am also God of the New World. Kira has become law in the world we now live. He's the one who's maintaining order. I have become justice. The only hope for mankind. Kill me? Is that really the right thing to do? Since Kira's appearance 6 years ago, wars have stopped, and global crime rates have been reduced by over 70%. But it's not enough. This world is still rotten. With too many rotten people. Somebody has to do this! And when I first got that notebook all those years ago, I knew I had to do it. No, I was the only one who could. I understood that killing people was a crime. There was no other way. The world had to be fixed. A purpose given to me. Only I could do it. Who else could have done it? And come this far?
Yes, he is, man. He's so good, though.
The only one who can create a new world is me.
No, you're just a murderer, Light Yagami. And this notebook is the deadliest weapon of mass murder in the history of mankind. You yielded to the power of the Shinigami in the notebook, and you have confused yourself with a god. In the end, you're nothing more than a crazy serial killer. That's all you are. Nothing more and nothing less.
You Merciless fools, as if they could ever understand. Near. Here's some food for thought. That notebook you have, and the one that Aizawa brought from the Japanese task force headquarters. Are they both real?
What is he up to? Is he bluffing?
At the moment, only I know where the real notebook is. If you truly want to defeat Kira, as well as test the notebook that Aizawa's carrying, I guess you're gonna have to write down either my name or Mikami's. It's the only way to see if it's real. Or fake! Is it the piece of the notebook? What's it? Matsuda, you idiot! Who the hell do you think you're shooting at? Don't screw with me! What was it all for then? What about your dad? What the hell did he die for?
My dad. You mean Zuichiro Yagami?
That's right, Matsuda. In this world, all those earnest people like him who fight for justice, they always lose. You want a world where people like that are made to be fools? I know you understand, so kill the others! Shazam! You led your own father to his death. And now he's gone, you call him a fool?
Oh my God. What the?
Damn you. What the hell is this? Mikami, what are you waiting for? Write down their names! Write them down! Kill them now!
It's finally over, isn't it, Nier?
Yes. Where are you, Misa? Where's Takara?
You killed them. You killed the other girl, but not Amisa.
What do I do now?
Good God.
Quick, stop the bleeding. It's already too late. You'll be dead in a few seconds.
Then why is the earth shaking?
Wait, light! He's getting away! Light!
Mr. Ivan! It's unlikely he has any more pieces of the notebook. And with those wounds, he's not going to go far. He'll stop running soon, even if we leave him alone.
Huh? Nier, I'm not gonna follow your orders.
Huh? Very well, then. I'll leave it up to you.
I thought Light was dead. He was shot like what, 5-6 times? And now he's running. Bruh.
Well, Light, it looks like you've lost. Remember how, in the beginning, when we first met, I told you that I'd be the one writing your name in my notebook? That is part of the agreement between a Shinigami who brings a notebook to the human world and the first human who picks it up. If they put you in prison, who knows when you die? And I don't want to lie around waiting. So, it's all over. You'll die here.
Oh, wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
It was good while it lasted. We eased each other's boredom for quite a while. Well, Light, it's been interesting.
Oh my God. So who's going to tell Misa? His little sister, his mother. Oh my gosh. Man, see. Boy, do I have a lot to talk about in the future, guys. I have a lot to talk about this season. Man, this season is so depressing. This anime. Shout outs to y'all for requesting this anime for me to check out. Wait, is she's gonna? Don't tell me she's going to commit suicide. Is she? What? Alright, man. I mean, I don't know what to say about this, y'all. I don't know what to say. I really don't. Yeah, man, it kind of made me cry a little bit, man. I'm just like, there's certain scenes that just makes you get emotional, and you would think that this season as a whole is just crazy. Oh, I know it is. After my experience with this anime, man, I feel like crying right now, man. But like, it's so hard to soak it in. You don't want to. 37 episodes in, Light ends up dying. This whole season was so focused on trying to catch her, trying to find Kira. Man, I'm in loss for words right now, guys. I'm really am. Because I did not expect this season one to end on a crazy note like this. You would literally think that this season would be any different anime than all the other shows, but it's crazy. It's basically a mix of religion and Satan, heaven and hell. That's what this season is. Man, I don't know what to say about this, guys. I mean, this season one of Death Note is so crazy, bizarre, and yet so good. Cause I remember the first time I did Death Note in the past, and I couldn't do it because I don't know. Maybe I wasn't ready. But in the past month, a few months that I've gotten into the series, I've completely found love with the plot, different characters. The Shinigami is by far my favorite because he's funny, he's hilarious. He's like a Japanese Joker, always laughing, eating apples. Amisa is just a thirsty hoe of all the anime characters. She fell into Lighterman's trap the whole time, and she wants to be his girlfriend when Light was just using her to write everybody's name, the criminal's name, including the people in the at the CIA. And then Light's father dies because to write down Melo's name, and I had the nerve to call him stupid after all. Light him up pretty much had his father in a trap. So his father died because of him. And L was just one weird character. He was just bizarre. Like 25 episodes of him just trying to investigate Kira, him, and Lightama. And I feel like those two together, they don't match well. But in episode 25, L dies. And it kind of took me in a shock. If I have to rate this anime series, it would have to be, and I can't believe I'm about to say this on an emotional note, Death Note Season 1 gets 5 Devin Hughes out of 5 because it's crazy, it's bizarre, and at this point, I don't know what to think of this anime. Man, like I said, man, 5 Devin Hughes out of 5. It's that awesome. I hope my subscribers were watching this will understand why I had to check this anime out, because I heard some good things about it, and my experience with this series is I'm having, because right now my head is wrapped around all over the place. I'm having mixed emotions all over. It's good, it's sad, it's crazy. Like, my mind is all over the place, you guys. But regardless, Death Note is a good series. The question now is, will I do season 2? I'm not sure, but when the time is right. Because there's another part of me that wants to do Yu Yu Hakusho, that wants to rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho. I might do a reaction to Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know what I want to do now, because this experience of Death Note anime series has left me with so many questions. Who's going to... Is a new person going to get possession of the Death Note? Or is it going to be the same plot as season 1 is? Someone please tell me how season 2 is, because I want to check it out for myself the next time I do these reactions. Man. Like I said, guys, 5 Devin Hughes out of... I am out of here.